Previously on In the Footsteps of the Franklins.
No barra, what the hell? I'm not hanging around here for these like 5 days or 6 days of rain in a row. Yep, that definitely looks like the spot that I launched last time. So the map's out by 250, 300 meters. What's this? Blue markers. That might help. Definitely. I don't think they were here last time. Oh yeah, there's that buzzacoff thing. Really cool bit of history with this thing, guys. That thing was actually the first bit of machinery that the Huon Piners ever used. I believe Gordon Abel wrote about it in one of his books. And what it is it's a hauler. So it was used to winch the logs, and then it mechanically pulled them into the river. So this device was actually used to get some of the larger trees that were too far back, that was too much work to get originally.
I couldn't help but feel nostalgic walking through here. Only 2 years ago had I come through from the Gordon River on my first ever pack rafting trip. Back then everything was so unknown to me.
I don't know what this is. Buzzacoff. Ah, maybe it's an old sawmill thing. Who knows?
The bush has taught me so much since then. Every trip bringing countless memories of amazement, wonder, triumph and defeat.
Home stretch. Counting down the K's now.
Told me 2 years ago that I'd be walking this track from the other way, starting at Lake St Clair, I would have never believed you.
The track, it took him a couple of years to cut it. This is actually only the tail end of, I think it's about 140 k's or something. It was from Lake St Clair to the Gordon River, and all of it, bar the Gordon River to the Franklin, has been swallowed up. This is the last remaining part of the track, so privileged to actually walk along and experience it. So I've lost the track about halfway up to the hill that Wattle Camp Creek is on. Total scrub bash for the rest of the way. I've got a few hundred meters to go. It's ridiculously thick in here. This is about where I lost the track last time when I was here, I think. And luckily last time I stumbled back upon it, but this time it hasn't happened. Oh, it sucks. I reckon I've way overshot it to the south, because I remember in my other Franklin video I said I've only got this hill and then it's all downhill to the Franklin.
Pretty stoked how this is looking, because we're there, and to get to the Franklin, which is here, we're gonna go up this hill, but then it's all downhill to get to the Franklin.
There, so it's probably at that junction it went up and then followed this down. So I'm out of it by 500 meters or more. Because I know that at Wattlecamp Creek there's a bridge, an old bridge there, and from that you can continue following the track. I'll tell you what, if this crossing is not at the point where I think it is, based on that vague memory from a video I did 2 years ago, I'm in deep crap, because I've got nowhere to camp. It's 3 o'clock. I have to be getting close. It started to widen up now. I've got to be, it's got to be less than 200 meters surely. Just don't see how it could be further down here, but I have to have a look for a couple of 100 meters just to tick it off. I got to pull in. I've got to claim this little spot next to the creek, because damn it, like, I can't believe that the crossing wasn't here. Like, why would I say, when I was at Eagle Creek, at Wattlecamp Creek, I've only got to go uphill, then and then it's all downhill? Why would I say that if it wasn't at this point? I don't get it. It's bizarre. But anyway, I've got to switch out of these clothes. I've got to put the tent up, get some water. I got to set up, spend another freaking night. I'm gonna satellite phone to see if I can get the coordinates to the crossing. I know Luke and his mate crossed this earlier on this year, so hopefully they recorded it and you can pinpoint it to where it is. And if it's upstream, sweet. I don't reckon it's downstream, but I just need that lead, because I remember from going up near the plains down to here, it was really easy to follow. And if I had that lead, then I could just follow it up. Without that, I'm just back to bashing. Don't you dare rip. My last thermal. This is it for the chocolate too. Six bits. I suppose today didn't go too wrong. Like, it's not like I was walking on this track for the whole day. I didn't really get onto this until about 12:30 or so. So there's only really, 3 hours being put in. An alternative is, if I went back down to the Franklin, I could paddle to Sir John Falls and get picked up there. But I don't know, Crozzie's not replying. I think they might probably already be at expectation reach. This will warm the soul, bit of lamb casserole. That's fine. I wasn't expecting to do it today anyway. Like, I was basically considering that I'd probably set up camp at Wattlecamp Creek, but I wanted to do it on my grounds, and that was knowing where to walk the next day, not feeling like I've
completely lost my marbles. But anyway, got all day tomorrow to get there. It's decent. Alright, thanks so much to Luke Manhood for supplying Erin with the coordinates of a photograph that he took at the crossing. So if I just go in here and copy that, go into messages, paste, delete this crap, select all, copy, now go into Avanza. Right, now enter coordinates, paste, let's see it, there we go, way upstream, way upstream. It was that up and then the downhill. Because I was lost, I was like, if I find the up and then follow it down, I'll be sweet. There's an up down in that. I don't know. Morning. Day number 9. I just had a look outside and that creek is so swollen. There's no way I'd be able to cross it today. So I'm very lucky that I landed on this side of it yesterday. Just goes to show how much can happen, like even to the smaller creeks. When it rains non-stop for a day or so, they just swell up like crazy. I don't think I've got any more creek crossings until Eagle Creek. But I'll deal with that when I get to that. I'm not sure if that'll be that hard. This here is how much the creek has risen overnight. Like pretty dangerous level for crossing. Nothing like it was yesterday. Like it's come up at least 2 feet. So imagine all those creeks that are just flowing into the rivers right now, just swelling the absolute hell out of it. Anyway, I'm making a break for it. I've got my thermal on, thermals, all my wet clothes are back on. I'm doing it. I'm getting out of here. Oh, I look rough. Check out these awesome Hewins here. Nice little stand of them. Pretty mature. It was right by the camp. Anyway, I'm gonna follow the creek up, stay on this side of it, and hopefully come across that crossing. My knee's very sore today. Be stumbling around a lot.
see the piners took this one here. There's another huge one there as well, but it's not as good of a specimen. I'm at Lake St Clair. Today's date is the 23rd of April 2022 and I'm about to embark on a 100-kilometre journey to the Gordon River. Grandest vista in the world shall be upon our eyes. Oh my God. It's beautiful country through here. Back when they would have walked it, this would have all been just like a grassy field. Somewhere around here, the two Aboriginal bark huts were. I don't know, if it was cleaned up, I'd live here. Because there's so many hardships on these type of journeys that you need the good to balance it out. What a place to set up camp. You can see this game trail that runs through here. I've got to go for it because if I don't, I'll never ever forgive myself. Have you ever seen a view like this? It's a couple of 100 meters up to the top. Beautiful in here. With my lamp off, I can see it's glowing. I'm 200 metres off expectation reach and I just heard a horn. I don't know if it's a cruise ship or Crozzy, but it's almost over. I can't believe it. I've done it. I've done it. Crozzy! It's over. I want to thank Anthony Croswell, Yvonne Croswell, Andrew Janor from Canberra's Pantry, Luke Manfield and Matt Brain for supplying epic info, and of course my darling fiance Erin, who I could not have done this without, who's been with me every step of the way. This has been in the footsteps of the Franklins. I'm Rob Parsons and I'll see you next time.
A short while after this rugged Tasmanian expedition, Sir John Franklin was recalled from his governorship and embarked on an Arctic adventure in an attempt to find the Northwest Passage. Ultimately, this would prove fatal for Sir John and his 128 crew members, who all perished and now lay to rest at the bottom of the sea. Now obviously a road was never cut into Macquarie Harbour. Well, at least not the route that Calder had surveyed. We've seen it now. That would just be crazy. It was decades later when TB Moore cut his way through what we now know as the Lyell Highway. Sarah Island penal settlement was left to rot, picked away by the piners and the sealers, and what's left today can still be seen in the few remaining ruins. Before I wrap this series up, I would like to thank each and every one of you who has supported this channel and made this series possible. So many of you have shown support through the Super Thanks feature and PayPal, which has been amazing. But even just showing up, watching consistently and the growing numbers, encouraging words, has been beyond all of my expectations. So many of you have asked in the past when I'm going to open a Patreon account, and I can finally say today that I've gone ahead and done it. I'm going to be offering way more content on there than I have on my YouTube, extended edits of my most popular films, never before seen films, prioritised communication, wilderness trip planning advice, and so much more. I've got a link down below where you can click to check out what different membership tiers offer. I can't wait to see you there.
I don't think they heard me.
Yeah. So how does that work? That's electric and then the water...
It's steaming up.
Yeah, I did. I steamed the lens up.
Make it in here. I made you one every time. I love you.